Hello everyone, excuse the mess if you can see it. I don't know if you can. Most of it is on the floor, so probably not. Today I'd like to talk about something that is very near and dear to my heart, and that is signs. You know, the signs that people make by hand where they write on poster boards, and they often bring them to protests, or they use them to advertise a car wash or a product that they're selling. Yeah, those things. You've all seen them. You all know what I'm talking about. Obviously, these signs are not made by professional designers. I get that. But because of that, there's a lot of pet peeves that I have when it comes to them. Disclaimer, when it comes to protest signs, I completely get behind everything you're fighting for, alright? Don't get the wrong idea. I am not critiquing what the sign is saying or what you're fighting for. I support the First Amendment. I think everyone should have free speech. All I am doing is I'm just critiquing how you made the sign, not what the sign says. Let's get that clear. So let me just begin with one that isn't that common, but is still I still see from time to time. You know, when it's uppercase and lowercase letters are just mingled together and it's all very random, and the person that made the sign can't make up their mind on what to use. And if you do both, you could at least do it right, to where the first letter of each word is uppercase and the rest of it is lowercase. I would appreciate that. And I am moving on. This right here. Stop this. If you make a sign and after the fact you found that you forgot to include a word, don't squeeze it in very tiny like this. Just remake the sign. You know, poster boards are very inexpensive. You can just go buy a new one for a very cheap price, and you could just start over. If you go out into the street and you hold up your sign, everyone who drives and walks by is not going to notice the small words. They're only going to look at the big words, and they're going to see your sign says squeezing words instead of squeezing in words. Don't do this. Alright. This last one that I have to share is one that is very common, that I see all the time. It is the most common mistake that people make, and it's this. Don't do this. For some reason, when people make a sign, they don't usually anticipate how much space they're going to need when they first start off writing a word. And so their letters start off big, and then as they move down, it gets more and more cramped, and they have to squeeze in the words in. I see this all the time. There is a way to fix this, though. There is a method. Everyone, take a seat, take out a notebook, take out a pen. I am teaching you stuff today. Anything you want to write on here, you can. Anything. Such a bright future. You could do this without having to cram in words. Let me show you how. Get a pencil. Find the middle of the poster board. Alright? If you want to be precise and measure the top and mark the middle, you can. But you don't really even have to do that. You just have to estimate on where the middle is, and you can eye it pretty well. Can you see that? I'll make it darker so I can make sure you see it. That pencil line is going down the board. It's centered for the most part. It's in the middle. I couldn't find a tape measure or ruler, so I guessed, and that's okay. As long as it's close enough, it works. If the word you're writing on your poster board is an odd number, you want to find the middle number. In my first name, it's an M. So you're going to want to start with the M. Just draw the M right smack in the middle of your poster board, right where you drew the pencil line. You also want to make sure you're making the size of the letter appropriate. That's something you need to eye. The M. And then you want to go work forward. So here is another M, and here is a Y. And then you want to work backwards to the beginning of the word. There is the I. And now we're going to do the J. So here is my first name, centered. It fits onto the poster board. Start off with the middle letter, work that way, and then work backwards. If the word has an even number of letters, you're still going to use the guideline, except this time we're not going to write a letter on the line. We're just going to write the even letters on this side and the even letters on that side. Instead of this time, there's a letter on the guideline. This time, the guideline divides the even number of letters. So this is how you do it. This is how you're going to do it from now on. I don't want to see any more of... Where did it go? I don't want to see any more of this. All right, for now on, it's this. I hope you have learned something today. Yes. If you would like to buy any of these signs off of me, my email is on my channel. Just reach out to me and we can take it from there. These are for purchase because I don't want them. So that just about sums up this video today. Yeah. Upper and lowercase letters, squeezing in words, running out of room, Jimmy Arca.